Is your first generation AMS doing this? Have you tried ridiculous things to fix it like this? Or even this? I'm going to show you how to fix it today. It takes you about a couple minutes. Things you probably have laying around. So if you're like me and you've replaced your PTFE tubes at some point, you probably got the tubing from Amazon and it probably came with things like this. What we're going to do is we're going to use this to replace something on our machine that will help us to fix this problem. But first, let's tear it down. To get into the AMS, you're going to need to turn it around, open up the lid, and what you're going to need to get into are these two Allen head screws. If you use your gigantic long Allen key that came with our machines, you should be able to get them out pretty easy. Now once those are loose, all you got to do is pull up from the back. You're going to want to flex the back just a little bit to get that piece to come through. Now be very careful when you pull this up because there are cords running through the back of this. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to disconnect those from your board like that. We'll keep these for later. Now all we need is this piece. Our culprit lies right here. To get into there, very simply, we're just going to pop this off. And you can see there's our PTFE connector that is giving us a problem. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take an even smaller Allen head. You're going to want to loosen these two. There's one. And there's two. And once you get those two screws out, what you're going to do is you're going to pry up in here. Stick that way back up in there. And simply pull a piece out. Now I'm going to leave that in there, make my life easier in a minute. Let's see if we can see on this one what the problem is. Yeah, so you can see here, basically no teeth left. If I shake it, sometimes you can see the whole internal teeth mechanism kind of shifting sideways. This is the root of our problem. Now, what you can do is if you've replaced pieces of your AMS before, like this one, you can salvage the connector from here, but everybody has one of these on the back of their machine. And that's where I said earlier, this is going to come into play. We're going to use this to replace the one on the machine. This is the one I took off. So what you're going to do is you're going to take this, take just like a little flathead, and you're going to pop it in here, underneath, pry until you hear a click. Flip it around, do the same thing on this side, pry, and it'll pop out. Now this piece is a direct replacement for the one on here. So what I'm going to do, pick this back up. If I'm lucky, I'm going to get this first dry. Put this here. I'm going to hold it with my finger. Pry up here again. Click in. Let go, and there you go. Now I'm just going to replace those screws. One right here. Here's a little repair tip if you've never learned this before, but when you're threading into plastic, these threads actually cut their own thread within the plastic housing itself. So if you put it in, you turn it backwards until you hear it click. Then you go forwards, it'll go in a lot easier. So there we go. Now, if I take my tube and put it in. Should, there we go. Yep, won't come out. That's exactly what we needed. Now putting it back together is exactly the reverse of what we just did. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put this little clip back on. There we go. That's going to be our nice little handle to be able to depress that collar on the coupler. Now I'm going to grab the casing. We're going to put the front back in. But before we put it back together, we're going to go and make sure that we connect those two connectors. Now, it's kind of nice that Bambu did this. They only fit on one connector. You can't get it wrong. Putting them in both sides. Okay, now what you're going to do is you're going to scoop underneath and just lay it down flat. Don't be afraid to force it. It'll be fine. And it should fall into place. Turn it back around. I'm going to take my 2 screws. I'm going to put them back in the holes. And I'm going to screw those down. Now, we should have a perfectly working connector. Push it in all the way down. Can't come out anymore. So that's how you're going to nice and easily fix it. Like I said, you could have used the piece from the AMS if you had replaced this at one point. But everybody's got one of these. Nice and easy to just salvage the connector from it. Replace the one on the back of the machine with the one you got with your PTFE tubes. Call it a day. Hope you like this fix. If there's any other Bambu issues you'd like to see me solve in the future, go ahead and drop a comment, and we'll see you the next time.